Yeah, we were having a little fun with Mr. Addiction in the previous slide, but it is just like that. It's a progressive illness or disease, as our 12-step programs tell us, is that progressively our addictions start in one place. We only really do drugs and alcohol for one reason, and that is to avoid pain. When we feel pain, we want something to change the way we feel, and we want them, you know, that feeling to change immediately. We want it to happen yesterday. It is one of the uh, most gripping parts of the characteristical values of addiction, if there is such a thing as a value. But the character of addiction is to avoid pain. So in the tape, that progressiveness of wanting more and using more and getting more, but thinking that it's going to eliminate the pain when in actuality it's only creating more pain in us as we enter into the vicious cycle that is known as drug addiction, alcohol addiction, even sexual addictions, rage addictions, codependency addictions. They're all the same umbrella of addiction. They all operate basically the same. So, how do we deal with that? How do we break that vicious cycle of wanting to use and using to use and using to use more, and our whole life being centered and evolved around getting and using drugs? How do we do that? Well, for me, it took me coming to a place where I really wanted to understand me. I had to unlearn to relearn how to learn again. I had to unlearn the lies which addiction was telling me were true. I had to understand that I have six basic emotional needs that uh, will influence the way that I think and definitely influence the way that I react to life. I had to renew my mind. I had to unlearn the lies to relearn how to learn again. Because I had believed so many lies about life and about addiction and about myself, and definitely about spiritual matters, that the confusion alone created more pain, and again, more pain means more drugs, and more drugs mean more devastation to my life, and slowly but surely, crash and burn. So, how do we unlearn? How do we unlearn? What is it that we need to unlearn? Well, one, that it's okay to feel things. It's okay to feel and experience pain. And there are definite ways of dealing with those pains. Let me back up a little bit and let you know what the six basic emotional needs are. Our six basic emotional needs center around love and acceptance, fun and freedom, oh, love and acceptance, fun and freedom, power and control. These six things. And let me throw this in here too. Seeking pleasure is a form of avoiding pain. So therein comes the sexual addictions that generally come with drug use and some other things. And let's be real about it. It's very real. The sexual inventory, the sexual addiction, the coupling of sex and immorality go hand in hand with addiction because they're all in the same family. In the next lesson, which is only, we're going to try to keep these lessons 3 to 5 minutes so we can take it in small chunks. But we're going to talk about the renewing of the mind. We're going to talk about a little bit more in depthly how to unlearn, to relearn, to learn again. Stay with us.